Hello everyone, this is Jordan, and the previous week started from the 1st, so anything from 1st up until the 5th we can be looking at. As you can see, we have a few crypto trades. The market started moving there pretty rapidly in the previous month, so crypto is again back on the radar. And of course we are doing here the short-term trading. For those of you who are invested, that could be also interesting because you can try to improve or increase your profits by using intraday trades as well. So let's start from the top. Since we're talking about cryptos, Bitcoin is the first one. This is the 15-minute chart. Sentiment totally bullish. Let's make this yellow so it's more contrast. Momentum only. One of the three is pushing down. 4-hour chart totally bullish, 1-hour chart totally bullish, 15-minute chart. It looks like we're starting to gain the momentum in terms of the candles. Maybe it's 50-50 or whatever, but we can see that the price is definitely starting to push again to the upside. This trend line was broken, previous low is holding, so now we have a high which couldn't break the actual high from the previous time, but we also have a low which is not breaking the previous low. We have a trendline breakout and we have inner high on this side and price is back to this level. So it seems that that zone is important for the price for some reason, and here we need to go ahead and check out what else we can put in terms of analysis. If you want and you're able to do manual analysis, at least we're checking some extra things besides the monitors. So as we mentioned, everything on the monitors and the additional indicators is suggesting bullish. We have trend lines, we have a level right here as mentioned before. The price falls below this level and then the attack is coming from this place. So basically we have step trading, push up, pull back, holding the inner low, breakout below, above, and this is where the attacks are starting, right? So even though we're extremely bullish on Bitcoin for the long run, we'll also try to enjoy from the shorter moves in and out, and as I said before, there is no reason why we wouldn't be able to combine both, and if you know what you're doing, there is a good chance of increasing the profits significantly. Next one is dollar cut. For dollar cut, again we have the 15-minute chart, and here the idea is based on a simple trend line. That would be the pullback. We can clearly see that the price is pushing to the upside. All the indicators are suggesting is up, right? Pretty clear, pretty obvious. On top of this trendline breakout, we can also spot the break of this inner local high. So this is kind of double confirmation, and basically this is where the attack started, right? This one unfortunately pushed lower and it gave us the low. Second Bitcoin attack we have on the table, and here we have a trendline breakout this time like this. Intraday short-term pullback attacks. Can we say the same thing about this one? A bit forced, okay, because we don't have a higher point here to go ahead and draw the trend line, for example. Just like here, if you want to draw a trend line, where would the point be? Okay, I mean, that could be drawn as it is like this, but I won't really rely on that and put real money on this setup. What you can do in such cases is exactly the same as we did in the previous example. You have the push, okay, you have the pullback, and then the price is breaking to the upside. So this is taking literally a few candles and you're trying to make profits 1 or 2% or 0.5%, whatever, on this. Same thing here, push, this is a pullback, we got a breakout, you can be attacking these levels, right? And the secret about this is the higher time frames. If you have a very strong momentum in either direction for the given instrument, and there is something driving this force behind the instrument, you can be trading it short term. Why not? Alright, so that's about this one. Pushed new high and then break even on the second part. We then have cut franc, and for cut franc things are extremely bullish. Okay, everything is suggesting the buys. This is where we have the ABC, this is where we have the trendline breakout. And notice that right here we got the breakout, 2 or 3 candles passed, and only then we got the switch. In this specific situation, since we have that level right here, I would even go one step further and ask for breakout above this zone. So same stop loss, I'm just going to give away 3-4 pips, whatever. But if the price breaks to this direction, to the upside, it could be turning this setup into a bit more conservative. I know it looks easy now to speak afterwards when you know what happened to the price, but these little things, pay attention to them. And when you're not paying too much to get this kind of confirmation, because in this case this is what we're paying, right? This is just a few pips. It's sometimes worth it to wait. Next we have dollar yen. For dollar yen we have double wave right here, okay? And now the question, in my opinion, when it comes to counting, because the indicators are kind of clear, right? They are showing what they're showing, but in terms of count, I would consider a zigzag situation here, basically something like that to happen. This is also a possibility if you're trading it, and if you know how to do analysis, I'm sure that could be useful for you as well, waves analysis. But anyway, back to the point, breakout above this. So here the situation is slightly more aggressive. Now we can argue about it because there could be naturally different ways to count it, but basically those are the extreme points where we can put the trend line, and this is where we can get the ABC structure with the breakout. In this case it's good because we're actually breaking the inner high right there. So dollar yen continuing to the upside for both targets. Gold for the sells. Now this one could be a bit trickier for some of you, but let me try to walk you through the entire thing. First of all, higher time frames, we're looking for sells, right? And the monitors are suggesting, and sentiment and momentum, all of that suggesting bearish. These two fellows are showing 2 out of the 3, but still the price action, when we look at the candles, it's mainly green, right? It doesn't take much to figure out that we're in a bearish momentum here. So what happens next? We're pushing up, and this one we can count in multiple ways, but basically this is a pullback here, okay? It doesn't matter how we're going to call it, it doesn't matter how we're going to draw it, this is a pullback. And this pullback is going towards the levels that we have on the upside. Okay, and we have this, but we don't really need them. This one maybe also, as it's close to the price. So we can see where this thing is going to stop, right? It did stop on the second zone and starts to reverse to the down. This trend line is not broken, okay? However, the inner trend line, bouncing off of this level, got broken right here. And now, notice what is happening. We have multiple levels, breakout, and this level is now currently in play. And this is the most recent low, along with all these candles, which played a huge role for this setup. Why? Because once this candle pattern right here broke below that zone, the first one and the second one, we know that there is probably going to be a continuation, of course, supported by everything else we have on the chart. So that becomes, well, maybe for some a bit more aggressive, but for me personally that looks absolutely tradable, okay? And here, if you want to be extra conservative, you can always place a pending order just a few pips below the trend line. So then you need to see the price breaking, giving you a few more points down, and then you're going to be entering the position. So that's about gold pushed down, target 1, Aussie franc, a losing trade, and this one was basically double wave and a breakout. Okay, we have the level on the upside, on the downside. We're now trying to break below it, pull back. We have these trend lines and so on and so forth, but unfortunately it pushed up. Cut franc for the buys. Now this one I also don't like too much, to be honest, because it doesn't matter how we count it. Okay, to the downside, the setup in this case, look at the risk reward ratio versus the high, and that's the part I don't like. So basically the entry here, if it gives me a pullback, I would be attacking it, right? Because then I have 1-to-1, let's say, versus the top. But in this case, if the price pushes up and forms divergence here and starts pushing lower, what do? Move the stop loss to break even, or cash out with bad risk reward, or what? So these kind of setups I personally don't like. But as you can see, some people from the team, of course based on other things there, not just this, but they want to attack it. So once you become confident in what you're doing and in your strategy, in your count, in whatever it is that your trading plan consists of, you can start trading these kind of setups as well, right? And I'm not saying just because for me that looks aggressive, for someone else is not aggressive. Okay, maybe some of the trades I take make no sense, or at least look aggressive to someone else. So basically the idea is don't try to copy me or someone else. Make sure to extract the information that is shared with you and apply it according to your own knowledge and your own comfort zone. You will never never ever be able to copy, analyze and make the same decisions as someone else. Absolutely not possible. So that's about cut franc, dollar franc. Nothing special about this one. I personally see a consolidation after this push to the upside. This is where we have a breakout, powerful candle right here closing above this thing. Bullish, 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 bullish. This kind of analysis takes literally a few seconds. And then we have the Ripple trade, which also got stuck into some kind of consolidation, push to the upside, and here we have another consolidation inside the consolidation, and this time we're breaking this high and we're breaking the inner consolidation. So in my opinion still a bit more aggressive than it has to be, because not this inner trend line is broken based on that ABC, not this one is broken, and again the risk reward ratio versus this level doesn't make much sense to me. I would personally skip it, and I skipped it, to be honest, right? But if all of us start trading the same way, there will be no diversification. Just like we're using different strategies to diversify the risk during the different conditions of the market, the same way we have different traders in the team who are looking for different setups. They have slightly different approaches and read the market a bit different, right? Otherwise it could be just one person trading it and that's all. We don't need the rest. So yeah, just giving you different point of view on this one. Ripple, wondering what will happen, but at least in the short term, things look positive with the lawsuit and all that. So let's see. Well guys, that's overall all of the trades that we have. This is something that we're not going to check from previous month. So I guess that would be all for this week. If you have any questions, leave us a comment below, and if you like these videos, guys, thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to our channel. Have a good week. Bye for now.